show must end. Time went so fleetingly, hardly begun, and now it's over. Oh, if only we could meet again and laugh it all away. But until then, please, won't you say you love me now? It's all I need somehow. And then just say goodbye and go before the curtain tumbles down. Yes, say you love me now. Now, it's all I need somehow. One, just turn away and go before I end the show. Again. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Robert, bless you all. Oh, for me. Thank you, I don't deserve it. I really don't. Thank you. Goodbye, good night. God bless you all. It's been a wonderful audience. Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm glad that's over. It's just, you see, I hate things ending. Hate saying goodbye. So I thought if I got the end of the show out of the way, I could enjoy myself, that's all. Let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen. This is my pianist, Robert Pettigrew. All right, absolutely. He is a very good friend. Not of mine, but you can't have everything. Yes, listen, I am not going to do an opening number because I don't like them. I might do one later on. Who knows? Who knows? But instead, I'm going to start with my second number. Okay? Good. Right. Hurry on, Robert. Had this funny feeling ever since I woke up last night. It was midnight, but all light. Nothing inside thought all right. But this funny feeling worried me. I just couldn't sleep. I counted sheep, I breathed deep, just couldn't creep back to sleep. Reached out for the matches, wanted to have a smoke. Opened the box, to my surprise, there was this bloke. Found him quite appealing, but he was only 2 inches high. What a small guy. I asked why, didn't reply, pretty shy. Looked up at the ceiling, I could hardly credit my eyes. Buzzing like flies, it's not lies, 23 guys, mini size. One time I was lonely, now I'm not anymore. I get you dozen fellas, well who could want more? Find it quite revealing, always fancy tall men, but hey, true what they say, learn today, a little goes a long way. Thank you. Listen, I must tell you, this is not the show I originally planned. Really, it's not. I mean, I was going to have a big nightclub set, you know, shiny floor, silver streamers, big band behind that, and a few abstract shapes here and there, you know. And over here. Now, this is my joke. This is my joke, this. It is a shoe tree. Shoe tree. Oh, come on, it's quite witty. Thank you very much. Yes. I mean, it nearly made you laugh, didn't it? Do you know what I really like about Robert is when he is enthusiastic about something, his face lights down. You see, for me, the most important thing about the characters I play are their feet. And the shoes they wear and the way they walk and so on, you see. So these are my costumes. Cheap show, eh? But I didn't actually visualize this thing, this. I thought I'd have something rather classy, you know, a bit, you know. And then I thought, do I really need all this dressing? Do I really need it? Probably. Anyway, look, I will show you what I mean. Somebody wrote this little character for me, and I wasn't quite sure how to play it. And I was walking through one of those amazing markets that seem to have mushroomed all over London since we got so poor. And I found these little red leather slippers, you see? 50p. I put them on, and it's just about the right thing. I'll tell you what I mean. Our mum, she was lovely, she was, our mum. 15 of us kids she brought up, 15! And she lost 3 more before they was 5. 2 in Woolworths, 1 at a football match. She really loved us kids, our mum did, you know. I remember once she saved for weeks and weeks just so I could have the mumps. And she was a wonderful cook too, our mum was, you know. She always had this big black pot bubbling away on the stove. And whenever our dad come home, any time, day or night, she threw it at him. Well, she really loved us kids, our mum did, you know. I mean, cut yourself, she'd kiss it better. Graze your elbow, she'd kiss it better. Lacerate your knee, she'd kiss it better. She just loved the taste of blood. And you know, she used to make up these wonderful herbal remedies when you wasn't feeling too well. Now, I remember whenever I had a jiffy tummy, she would make up this mixture. Now, what was it? It was blackberry juice, port wine, and tuppenny gin. And she'd knock it back till she was blind drunk. Oh, you know, times was hard, very hard times was. I remember once, there was no food in the house, no work to be had. Our mum, she was desperate, she was. Desperate. She did a very brave thing. She went on the streets for us. She did. I remember first night she come home, she was down 3 and 6pence. Well, you know, she never lost her turfy cockney sense of humour. Never. I remember once, we was walking along the street and this geezer come by on his bike, quite close he come by, and he shouted out to her, "Oi, oi, mother, mind your back," and quick as a flash she come back with her gay repartee, "Piss off," she said. Oh, do you know, she always said she would stand by us, and she did, you know, she stood by us. I remember when our Arthur was done for grievous bodily harm, she said she'd stand by him, and she did, you know, she did. She stood by him in the dock. She was done on the same charge. Of course, in the end, her time come, heart trouble. She had heart trouble. I remember they called me to her bedside. I knelt down. I took her in, I looked in her face. "Son," she said. "Son," she said, "I've got something to tell you. I've got a little nest egg, all my savings over the years. It's in a tin, under the floorboards, under me bed." Well, shortly after that, our mum, our wonderful mum, well, she died. Not from heart trouble, no. From injuries received when 15 kids tried racing the floorboards under her bed. One of my favourite musicals ever is Oklahoma. Love it. And it just so happens it's one of Robert's as well, isn't it? Oh, wow. Ah, things are looking up. Bit late, but things are looking up. Anyway, we wanted to put in a song from Oklahoma just to jolly the evening long. We couldn't decide between us which one to put in. We had quite an argument about it, actually, didn't we? But finally we agreed, and so Robert and I will now do for you the whole of Oklahoma. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn says I get a beautiful feeling. Hi, Aunt Ella.
Hi, Curly. You looking chipper.
Well, I get a beautiful feeling.
Who are you taking to the dance?
Why?
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Hi, Curly.
Hi, Laurie. Oh, and I take you out tonight in that shiny little surrey with a fringe on the top. Who's taking you to the dance?
Jed Fry. Why, he's Annie. Why, Annie? I'm just a girl who caked. With me, it's all or nothing. Bye, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.
Jed Fry? Why, I want to take you.
People are still in love. Bye, Curly.
Bye, Laurie. Hi, Fry. How are you? Poor Judd is dead, Judd Fry dead. Gather round his coffin now and cry. Heart gold wasn't old, why Fry died. Strange fellow, Judd.
Hi, everybody. Bye, everybody. I want to go with Curly. Out of my dreams and into a dream with you.
Ballet. Interval, chalk size, his drinks on his stick. Oh, the farmer and the cowman should be friends, and that's the reason why they should be friends. Well, here we are at the dance together after all. Oh, Laurie.
Oh, Curly. Let people see we're in. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Oh, yeah, listen. I don't see why I shouldn't tell you. You got a copy of that song? Somebody wrote me a song for this show, and we didn't put it in. Because there's something not quite right about it, actually. We can't make out what it is. But I'll sing it, but maybe you can tell. I don't know. Thank you, Robert. Yes, that's it. You're elegant and handsome, attentive and amusing, and sexy with a capital S. There's no virtue that you fail to possess, except you haven't any fucking finesse. I don't know. I think it's the tune.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yvette Herriot. And it is wonderful to be over here. And it is wonderful to be over here also. Tonight, my pianist et moi, how you say I are going to sing for you a few songs. Well. He doesn't sing, because he plays the piano. But I sing des chansons. Songs. That is what I'm going to sing. After all, what else can you do as a man? Oh, this, no, shut up! This song was written for me by a very dear friend of mine. Jacques and I were very close, loving friends for a while. And then he left me. And now he's in Marseille with a sailor. But while our love was still, how you say, steaming, he wrote for me this song. No, shut up! We are always joking together like this, you know. Mr. Smartass. This song is all about a girl from a village who loves a boy from a farm who is handy. And they make a baby, you know. And the family, they said to get out, never darken our doorpost, and sling you hook, silly Billy. And she go to Paris and she meet a man who take her under his wings. And he said you will get plenty of exercise, walk up and down the street, and soon she is again in the way of the family. And she jumped in the river. She is insane. But she is pulled by a man who is passing the water. Wait. And it is her handy lover from the farm, but now he's married. And he cries, and she cries, and they cry. But you can see great happiness in this song. If you look la déhade. Il était une fille du village qui avait un fils de la baie. Tralala, c'est l'amour, tralala, tous les jours, tralala. Il est une fille du village. My next song is all about a wonderful old lady who sits all day outside our local boozer. We call her Mère Brun. Mère Brun, how you say brown? Brown. Because of the color of her hair and her teeth and her fingers are smoking, you know. J'aime des chansons qui me plaisent et je dis la vérité quand le jour et nuit me passent et le temps cruel m'embrasse. Je me souviens ma mère et le couleur de la terre. Elle aimait la danse, mais pas de la France. C'est la danse de l'Angleterre. Je noie l'air, mes bruns. Je noie l'air, mes bruns. Oh, sur la table, il faut vous aller. Si nous nous trouvons pliés, nous courons tous les jours. Genoux, nos pieds, les bancs, je noie les mes bras. terrible, quelle chanson terrible, quelle chanson terrible. Mon Dieu, quelle chanson terrible. Et quelle chanteuse terrible. Oh, si, bonsoir mes amis.
Thank you. Well, you will now notice the dramatic change from shoes to hat. Well, actually, I tried wearing a shoe on my head. It looked ridiculous. Except for one man who followed me everywhere, you know.
I've had to turn him down. Mr. Emtige said marriage isn't appropriate. You're 36 and I'm 18, Mr. Emtige. I said, you're double my age, Mr. Emtige. I said, just think. When you was 18, I was only 0. And when you was having your 21st, I was only 3. By the way, Mr. Emtige, I said, just so's I'll know, where did you have your 21st? Newton Le Willows, he said. Was it raining, I said. And he looked at me long and hard and he said, no more than usual. So then I said, you see, if we was married, Mr. Emtige, I said, I'd be forever thinking to myself, crimps. When I started school at St. Winifred's, the Blessed Martyr, Mr. Emtige had already attained the age of 23. By the way, Mr. Emtige, I said, just so's I know, had you still got a full head of hair when you was 23? Yes, he said. Oh, fancy, I said. And what colour was it? Was it ginger? Not particularly, he said. What was it, mousy, then? I said, and he looked at me long and hard and he said, no more than usual. I paused. I couldn't help it, I paused. And I said, Mr. Emtige, I said, I do wish I could accommodate you. If it wasn't for the age gap, I'd accommodate you tomorrow. But you see, Mr. Emtige, you see, we come from different generations. We've got different tastes. If we was married, Mr. Emtige, I said, I'd be forever thinking to myself, crimps. He comes from the age group what dunks their biscuits. You dunk your biscuits, Mr. Emtige? I said, yes. He said, I see, I said. And what is your favourite biscuit? Do you like custard creams? Not particularly, he said. Well, what about arrowroot biscuits then? I said, do you like them? And he looked at me long and hard and he said, no more than usual. And then I came out with it. I couldn't help it. I came out with it there and then, and I said, Mr. Emtige, I said, isn't it a sin and a shame we can't get married? You see, Mr. Emtige, I said, if it wasn't for the age gap, I'd be only too happy to put up with your big ears and your bulbous nose. I wouldn't bat an eyelid at your twined toes and your odd-shaped thumbs. I wouldn't cast a second glance at your weak chin. It's age what rears its ugly head, Mr. Emtige. I said, it's just your age length. Are you sorry I've had to turn you down, Mr. Emtige? I said, are you absolutely devastated? And he looked at me long and hard and he said, no more than usual.
You know, when I was a kid at school in South Africa, did you hear me say Africa? I can remember the teacher going around the class and asking us, as I suppose all teachers do, just to pass the time, what we wanted to be when we grew up. And I can remember saying with about a dozen others, I want to be an actress. But what I really had in mind was a film star, you know. And ever since then I've had this yearning, real kind of need to play one of those wonderful Hollywood heroines in a very dramatic scene, and then sing one of those songs that can only have come out of Hollywood, you know, that has absolutely nothing to do with the scene that's just gone before it. Where's my show? Can I have my leading man, please, Robert? Yes. So here you are, Uncle Hugo. Yes, it's me, your ward, Clarissa. And I know exactly what you're going to say to me, that I'm not welcome in this house. I never was I? Not from the very, very moment I first came here all those years ago as a shy, sensitive teenager, and you were so cruel and horrible to me. You decided I should become a great concert pianist, and so you made me practice for 14 hours every day. And then one day I played a wrong note in Rachmaninoff's Etude Pastoral No. 8, Opus 9, Arsenal 10. And you smashed my hands with your cane, and you beat me and you kicked me, and you told me to lock myself in my room and bring you the key. That night I decided I would never have anything to do with music ever again. I'd write songs for Doris Day. So I ran away. From then on, the months seemed to fly by. May, February, December, September, June. It was one of those years when nothing seemed to go right. And then I met Maxim de Winter. He was collecting material for a book. Paper, actually. I married Maxim, but he only married me because I reminded him of Rebecca, his late wife. He also had an early wife. They worked different shifts. And then I found out he had a third wife, a mad woman he kept locked up in the East Wing. And when Maxim found out I found out, he decided to murder me by drowning me in my bath and then stabbing me and shooting me to make it look like an accident. You're wondering how I escaped, aren't you? Well, I fled to Casablanca, but Maxim followed me there and I couldn't get away because I lost the letters of transit. And then a cyclone came along and lifted up Rick's bar and took it to San Francisco, where I got a job singing in a honky-tonk. And then I lost my job, and I stole a loaf of bread, and the cops chased me through the sewers. And I ran and I ran and I ran. Until suddenly I realized that you can't run away forever. And I was only running away from myself. And my feelings for you. Yes, you guessed it. I love you, Uncle Hugo. I love everything about you. I love it when you're smiling and your nose wrinkles up, and I love it when you stop smiling and your nose just hangs there. And that's why I'm going to marry you and stay here in London, England, forever and ever. Oh, my dear, I'm so happy. I could sing. But I don't know what to sing.